Today we are looking at America's favorite first-time car buyer vehicle, and it's not a secret. It's definitely not a secret. A Chevy Malibu is definitely one of the most well-known, practical, reliable, gas-saving vehicles that you can get at getting 38 miles per gallon on the highway and 27 on the city. Now, all around, this vehicle is just an absolute steal, and you really wouldn't be dumbfounded on why people choose this as a first-time car buyer for their son, daughter. It's very evident. First things first, these come equipped with the necessary features that a first-time car buyer should have. So, first-time car buyers, everybody has a phone. Even me, I'm digging in my pocket right now. I have two phones. Like, it's not typical for a teenager to not have a phone. So with that being said, they have features like Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. You have built-in Wi-Fi services, and you even have this thing called OnStar services. Now, the good thing about OnStar services is, let's say you're stuck on side the road and your tire went out, like something minor that AAA could handle, and your phone is dead. Everything's going wrong for you. This day couldn't get any worse. But check this out. Right up here, you click that button right there, and you'll have AAA-like service that comes to your assistance to help you out with your flat tire, with towing, things of that nature. Now, right next to it is that going to be a really, really important button. That's going to be your SOS button. Your SOS button. So let's say somebody's following. You're in the middle of nowhere. You need coordinates so that you can get up out of there. This also has SOS, so if your phone was dead and you can't call the police, you can't get in contact with anybody, you're not stuck. You always feel safe within your vehicle. Now, another feature is it actually has dual climate control. So with that being said, I'm a teenager. I have a girlfriend. Most teenagers have significant others. So with that being said, my girlfriend has low iron. She's usually always colder than me. So if she's always cold, I don't have to hear her complain. I don't have to get her a blanket. We don't have to turn around for nothing, because I could turn up the AC, keep her cold over here while I keep me super duper hot over here. That is also one of the features of a Malibu. Also, the safety of this thing is also top tier. Now, we'll get more into that later, but heated seats auto, you're getting 39 miles per gallon on the highway, so it's a gas saver. You're gonna have cruise control right here with the lane assist, keeping you in your lane, also ensuring that your insurance will probably be a tad bit lower. And another cool feature is I can actually turn up the volume just from the steering wheel alone. It has good speakers. I can change the channel from my steering wheel alone. That is very convenient for parents, knowing that people aren't driving like this. It's actually encouraging the driver to put two hands back on the wheel. Insurance loves that. Also, we have the remote start and we have the opening of the trunk. Two features that everybody would usually love to have. That is all that comes within the Chevy Malibu. Now, if we go ahead and pop this trunk as I just did right here, you'll also notice that this thing has tons and tons and tons of trunk space. Take a look at that. That's going to be your tires and wheels right there, and it's everything you need. You could go ahead and you could drop this down and everything would drop down as so, vice versa right here, and you go ahead and close it right there. Now let's get back to what matters most. How good is a cool vehicle if it's not safe? That's what parents care for. That's what everybody should care for. So these are going to be your super duper LED fog lights and your headlights. As you notice, the design of this Malibu, it wraps around so you can see outwards. I live in Kansas. Hitting deer is pretty evident in everybody's life around me. There's trees, it's dark, deer are stupid. You want to see out of your peripherals. So if you can see out of your peripherals, that's making for a safer vehicle. Underneath this hood, you're gonna have an engine mat, and it actually serves like a fire blanket. If this engine was to catch on fire, those locks keeping that fire blanket up here would melt and put out the fire. This also has a thing called crumple zones. if you were to get into a forward collision and it knocks the engine, instead of it going into your knees, it drops down and it takes much of the impact, keeping the cabin safe. These things have fresh tires all around here, and once of all, I think you're getting about 7 to 8 airbags in this Chevy Malibu. Now, this is across all Chevy Malibus. You can get these around, at best, maybe $300 a month. That's why everybody loves these vehicles. But it also has pretty good power. So let's go ahead and take this thing for a test drive, okay? Now, we have to be super quick before they kick me out the dealership. They don't like when I stay after hours. But as I have this heated seat on, I notice it's already working on my butt, right? So we're gonna go ahead and take this thing for a spin, and I'm gonna actually put my seatbelt on so you guys can hear more of how this vehicle sounds, how it operates, and just how it can really get up and go. It's a smooth 9-speed transmission, so you don't really feel the shifts. I'll shut up now. I'm not hearing any road noise. Calibration is good. I'm not shifting. I'm not swaying at any way, shape, or form. The tires are balanced correctly. It lets me know I'm going north. Lets me know that I'm in drive. The blinkers, they're nice and quiet. They're not loud and obnoxious. It is obnoxious when I take my seatbelt off, which I can't hate. If I'm not gonna follow the rules, I have to suffer the consequences. If that's a loud beeping noise, then I'll decide what I want to do. But in conclusion, this vehicle, I rate it a 9 out of 10. I absolutely love it. I'll even go as far to say a 10 out of 10 because I absolutely love it, and I think it's a great first-time car buyer's vehicle. The ratings are great. You get great fuel economy. You don't hear a lot about Chevy Malibus breaking down in my experience. Every single Malibu that I've sold, I've only heard positive feedback, no negatives. Apple CarPlay, heated seats, dual climate control, auto start to help you kind of save on gas, cruise control. You're gonna have the lane assist to help knock down your insurance rates, and some of these even have blind spot monitoring. So I definitely think that this is a package deal and a great first time car buyer's vehicle for anybody that's simply just trying to build their credit. It has low monthly payments, usually doesn't take a lot to get into. You can get a new one for around $26,000, which is cheap for a new car, with the warranty that's, don't take my word for it, but I think it's 3-year $36,000. I don't know. And then 5-year $60,000. That is a great warranty. Most people trade their vehicle in every 2 to 3 years, covering your use of ownership. So I absolutely stand behind the Chevy Malibus. I would recommend them to even my sister, my brother, and as go on to even say my grandmother. I like the way they ride. They're not loud, and I give it a thumbs up. As you guys may know, I am going on this journey where I'm posting every single day on YouTube about used car vehicles until I actually become a prominent source for YouTube for used car vehicles. So the only way that I can kind of feel you guys support, I want you guys to like this, comment, how did I do, and subscribe. Let me know that I did a good job. It's the only way for you guys to really communicate with me that I'm doing something and I'm not just making these videos for nobody to see. So let me know you see me, show love. And this is the Malibu as we start to roll back in, and I will give you guys one final look. The rear view camera on these is absolutely sick too, as I must say. Let me go ahead and give y'all a quick preview of what this camera may look like. So that's going to be the camera. Has lanes of where you may go, but look at how clear this quality is. A lot of you guys may have unclear, 240 HP camera quality. It really does volumes when you have a camera that you can see at night, when it's rainy, when it's snowing. So this is a 10 out of 10 in my books. I absolutely love this vehicle and would recommend it to anybody. You can get payments as low as $300 a month. Great vehicle. Let's do one final look. Yeah. Let's get close up and personal. Wheels look great. Vehicle looks great. Paint isn't scratched. And this thing's only going for $18,500. This is a great vehicle, 50,000 miles. And I see that across every single Chevy Malibu. I love them. Let me know what you guys think down below. Follow for new weekly car updates on used vehicles. And I will catch you guys later. Let's go ahead and put this up before they shut me out.